Welcome back to Two Moms, Too Much Coffee. We have Tempest here, and we also have
Hey guys, it's Trishelle.
all right, we are going to continue our conversation around the emotional whiplash of motherhood. We really enjoyed the conversation from last week. So we wanted to continue with just a couple more points that we wanted to get through. And so let's get it started. Giselle, we go through a lot in motherhood where we are doing so much all the time. And so I'm kind of curious if there are like parts of motherhood for you that feel, repetitive, but it like feels so repetitive that it actually ends up feeling super draining.
Yeah, obviously it's gonna be different depending on like your household and like your day-to-days and things like that. For me, it's like the preparation of things. So like daycare. I feel like the preparing for daycare is such a repetitive thing that I have to do every single night. And it's not hard. It's very brainless, but it's exhausting because it's just like fill the formula bottles, prep meals, which right now she's preparing meals because she's in infant class. And then when she goes to toddler, we won't have to do that, thank God. But like that's something I look forward to is like not having to do that. And then like we meal prep on Sunday. I meal prep on Sundays. So like things like that. The preparation for things is just it's so repetitive and I do the same thing every night. Pour the water, pour the formula, write on the bottles, put them in the fridge. Like it's just so and so then, like, the nights that I think I'm done with my night and I'm like, "Oh, I'm all good, I can get ready to go to bed," and then I think about the preparations that I need to do, and I'm immediately exhausted, but it's not hard things. So I feel like that part of motherhood, because like, you do that across the board. You do that when you are going to have an outing, you need to prepare for that, you need to get things ready. So I just feel like that is so exhausting, and you wouldn't think so because it's just so easy, but I don't know. To me, it's draining.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly, and it also like doesn't, it's not just like a short amount of time. It might be easy, but it certainly takes time. And I think that that part of the repetitiveness makes it even more draining because you're just sitting there like, okay, well, I got to do it and I got to spend, minutes to hours on it. So it's
Yeah,
certainly, it's understandable. Like that, it's a lot for sure.
yeah. And I feel like just in general, like as a mom, you are always doing like mental gymnastics, I feel like, of
Hmm.
like, okay, if I do this, then I need to do nap, and then I need to do this, and then I need to to prepare. But like, do you feel like that you feel mentally busy doing those mental gymnastics, but you're also just not stimulated, if you will, or yeah, mentally stimulated?
Yes. I mean, it's at least the first year of life of both my children is one of the like more mundane lives.
Mhm.
And I feel, it's one of those things where we were talking in the last episode how we don't want to feel judged by the thoughts we have around motherhood. And that's one of the ones where it's like, I'm bored. Like sitting at home, like stacking cups and reading the same book over and over and over and over again um, is a lot. It's a lot. It feels so like there's just, okay, I want to make sure I'm doing X, Y, and Z right, and this right, and that right, and let me make sure everything is perfect or close to. And so my mind does not shut off whatsoever.
Mhm.
However, it's not mentally stimulating. I actually have found that in the first year of my kids' lives, I feel like I lose like social skills because
Mm.
I'm home with the kids so much that I don't talk to adults enough anymore. And so me just, being mentally busy with the kids, but then I'm not like using my brain the same way. And so it definitely is a lot for in motherhood, at least the first year. It's more stimulating right around 3 for me because my kid talks so much and asks so many questions, which is nice. So you get to, figure out what different things are that you never thought of or why things are the way they are.
Yeah. It's funny you talk about that first year because I remember, and it's funny because that's why we're here. I remember us first talking about the podcast and us like getting started. And I remember being like, I just need to get in my routine and kind of figure out my day to day, which is funny because routine with a newborn. But anyway, I need to get in my routine and just figure out mom life. And I remember you being like, yeah, like, let me know. I'm bored. I need to be stimulated and I need to get into something. And I remember you saying that of just like, I'm busy, but I'm bored at the same time. and I need something to stimulate my brain and like do something that I enjoy. And it's funny now thinking about it because like being in our friendship, I feel like that's something that you could say to me and I wouldn't judge you. But I know like to other moms, like, what do you mean? You're bored? Like, you're spending all of this time with your kid. Like, you should be so happy and so lucky. And it's like, I do feel that. But at the same time, I am losing my freaking mind right now.
Mhm.
And I feel like it's fair to be able to express that, and it's also scary to express that to people that don't know you and know, like, how you really are, what you really mean, if you will.
Right. Yep, exactly. And lucky for me, they're now both older than 1, so I don't have to have that feeling again for a long time.
Lucky for me. Yeah. I'm gonna, like, play this back when I get pregnant again. I'm like, "Damn, Tempest, lucky for you." Kind of going off of that, being on maternity leave and, like, being with your kids, I think you would have that expectation to be fulfilled and feel like that is giving you everything that you need. But do you feel like, and I kind of know your answer to this, but I want to know like more of a background a little bit of what you think about it. Do you feel like it's possible in motherhood to feel deeply fulfilled, but also feeling incomplete at the same time?
Yes, yeah, for sure. I'm certainly one that's not gonna put all of my eggs in one basket, I
You're
guess if
killing
that's
it with it. You're killing it with these.
with all of the sayings or
Yeah, the
not
stand.
similes. Yes, well, apparently that's how I'm gonna talk for this podcast, but I'm not good at putting all my eggs in one basket. I really enjoy doing a lot of things, and so it is really hard for me, especially the beginning for motherhood, where you have to focus on motherhood. Like, it is in order to keep a human alive, they're not sustainable on their own. So, like, you have to, like, really focus on your kid. And so for me, it's definitely been it's hard because it's fulfilling, of course. Like these kids are so fun and watching them learn is so fun. But it is also like, okay, well now, what about me? Like what should I do? It's not just about the kids. And so that part makes it a little unfulfilling where there are just needs of my own that need to be met that I had to put on the back burner to become a mom and become a present mom as well.
Mhm.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. I feel deeply fulfilled by motherhood and just looking at my daughter in general. I just feel so lucky, so blessed, and just like I feel like it does fill my cup, but at the same time, I feel like it empties my cup too, right? So I do feel incomplete in the sense of things that I have given up or that I can't get back into or like jump into, and things that I say no to because I just don't have the availability or the time or me and Nick don't have like a super, a village that lives right around the corner like a lot of people do. So it does make me feel incomplete and being able to like be out and about the way that I used to and the way that it used to make me feel. So I feel like I'm trying to fill my cup in other ways, rather that's like, getting back into reading and like I don't know, I just feel like I'm always researching of
Mhm.
like, what can I do at home that's not gonna make me, take a lot of energy to go out and do things to, fill my cup because I feel like it's just so exhausting at the same time. So
Yeah.
I definitely feel like you get both in motherhood.
I do think that like the grandmas were onto something when they started knitting. I'm like, do I start knitting? Is it something else to do at home? And
Yes.
maybe I can make a blanket.
Yeah, seriously, and it'll probably be for your kids. But
Right.
yes, it's like there's so many things. I'm like, what can I do now that's not gonna like make me exhausted, but also mentally stimulate me, but not bore me? Like, there's not very much out there.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I'm learning. I'm only in year one, so maybe I'll find something one day. You know.
Yes, and I do. For me, I feel like I started feeling I think I talked about this in a couple of podcasts ago, but where I, like, finally started feeling human again around 18 months. Um, it's like some sort of, like, world opened up. It's like, "Oh, the sun is shining a little brighter." This is like, something is weird, and all of a sudden you're just like, "Let's go find something to do," and for me, it was like, "Okay, let's get pregnant," which was a bad choice. Good choice, bad choice, because now I had to start all over again. But it's a perfect time for me to, like, find something else that is fulfilling because just the kids get so much more, like, capable of doing so much more on their
Mhm.
own, and so it's certainly I do think this year 1 to 2 is, like, so fun. So I'm
Yeah.
excited for it.
And I can see that too, like, just not being I think that's the thing too, is I felt caged at times, like, can't leave the playpen right now because she doesn't want me to leave just things like that. And I really like cooking and I really like baking, and I feel like I have been just, like, rushing through that, but now, like, we're actually gonna build it for her, birthday. My mom got us the what is it, like a step stool that
Oh,
I
the
forget the
toddler
name,
tower?
but the pallet yes, and I'm excited for that because she loves, like, when I'm cooking and I'm holding her, she loves to, like, observe and, like, be in the kitchen, and I feel like I'm able to start doing that more, so I can
Mhm.
100% see, like, around that 18-month mark where, like, you're just right next to me and, like, I can do things that I enjoy without, like, rushing through it because I need to get back to you or, like, things like that. So, I can definitely see, like, the sun shining, but also my, Lexapro also probably does that, but I mean,
You're like, "I don't know, the sun's already shining, it's dark outside, but the
the
sun
sun's
is out."
already shining, so it's
I
fine.
love that. But yeah, I totally agree, and we actually just got our toddler tower set up for Sequoia, and she loves it. She loves it so much, so Abel's been on his since, like, 14 months and has every day. He's on that thing every single day still,
Yeah,
and he's 3, so
yeah,
great. It's a
yeah.
great use of money if anybody wants to spend that.
Yes, I'm excited. I will let everyone know how it's been, but the OT in me feels like I'm gonna love it, so I'm sure it's gonna be great.
There is one thing that I wanted to hit on a little bit was kind of talking about like the cultural pressure of like being a mom and like it being your whole personality. I actually, it's kind of funny that I'm talking about this because I have like my whole like mom content creation where like it literally is my whole personality on there. And I have this podcast where clearly it's also my personality and I do talk about it often for things about motherhood where I have like a mom group and that we all go out and we talk mom stuff all the times. It is funny to me that it's like there is that cultural pressure of like, one, don't make it your whole personality. And two,
Mm,
or like make it your whole personality. Like I think it's like they both kind of say the same thing. It's like you can't, it's like a lose lose or a win win, however you
mhm,
want to look at it. But I do think that at this point, it's so hard for it to not be your whole personality. And so for me, I instead of being like, no, I won't make it my whole personality, I just found ways to also enjoy doing me within being a mom
mm.
personality person. I didn't say that right. I found ways to like make it me, but also make that me be okay of it all being my personality as well. That's what we're going
Yes.
with.
I understood it, so, yeah. No, I love that, and it's 100%. There is no win-win because it's like, "Oh, you're a mom. Why are you not full in mom mode?" And then once you are full in mom mode, it's like, "Oh, you're doing too much. Relax."
Mhm.
Like, don't make it your whole personality, like, you could do other things. It's like, "What do you want from me? What do you want from me?" And so, I agree with that of just how and I think it's a culture thing too. So I feel like every culture is different of, like, how much you're supposed to give to your kids. Some cultures are like, "You're not even supposed to work," and vice versa. But, like, I feel like I've struggled with that, and I'm, like, very cognizant of how much I talk about being a mom, especially to people who are not moms.
Mhm.
But it's hard because it's like, it is my life, and 8% of my time is me planning things for Naya and, like, what we're gonna do next, what we're gonna eat, bedtime, nap time, all of those things. So it is really hard to not make it my full personality, but also I'm a mom. So, like, if you're gonna be my friend, you're gonna understand that and you're gonna be okay with that and you're not gonna
Yes,
judge me at the same time. And if
exactly.
you are, then we're probably not gonna be the best of friends, and it is what it is.
Right, exactly. I've always said though, if someone asks you for a picture of your kid and they're not a mom or a dad or not a parent, they only are looking for one picture.
That's hard because
That's
they're
what
all
I
cute.
stand by. I'm always like, well, this one, and it's like one picture, Tempest. They do not want to see every single blink.
Why would they not want to? I don't understand that because they're
Agreed.
me today sitting literally we have like a Slack channel for my job, and it's a kids channel, and I'm like, "I had her first birthday. I know you guys all care, so here's all of the photos. Here's the video. Like, enjoy them." And they're probably like, could care less, but thanks for sharing. Like, she's cute, and everyone needs to see that, but
Exactly. I
it's
completely
fine.
agree.
Force it upon your on your phone.
Yes.
So even like talking about not making, mom your personality or making your mom personality or like wanting more and mental stimulation, things like that. With all of that, how do you know that you are still a good mom with the feelings that you do have? Like, what makes you still know that I'm a good mom?
My kid that can talk tells me he loves me every day. So, that's helpful. It really just, the very small things where he seems so sweet to everybody, he's sweet to every single kid that's around, he apologizes when necessary, and I'm am doing it. Like, I am a mom, I'm present, if I know I care, and I think that that is, bare minimum. I think they always say, if you're looking up and you're asking questions, you're better than half the moms out there because there's a lot of people that do not care whatsoever, they're just winging it, they just don't do a lot for their kids, and so, bare minimum, if you're listening to us talk right now, I'm sure you're a fantastic mom.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Just like I'm just doing it. I think about that when I'm like meal prepping and I'm exhausted and I'm like, damn, I could just go get a whole bunch of frozen things, which if that's what you do, that's what you do. That's fine. Not saying anything against that. But what I'm saying about it is that it's something that is mentally draining for me, but I want to do it for her because that's what I want to put in her body. And so I do it. So things like that, my overthinking, I tell myself all the time, like me asking all of the questions, I would rather overthink and ask all of the questions because I want to make sure I'm doing the best that I can. And I 100% could just be like, she'll be good. She'll be fine. But I
Mhm.
feel like giving like more, asking all of the questions, even texting you at 2 a.m. and being like, "What am I doing wrong? She's not sleeping," means that I care. So
Mhm.
I all of the planning, all of the overthinking, all of the things, I feel the same thing. It makes me know that I'm a good mom. And then on top of it, just the things of like her reaching for me and sometimes when she only wants me and no one
Mhm.
else. Exhausting, right? It is very exhausting, but it's also very fulfilling because I'm like, I love you so much and you love me so much. I'm your person and it's not always going to be this way. So it's showing that like I'm taking good care of you. So yeah, I agree with that.
Yep, exactly. Well, I love that, and you are a great mom, so
You're a great
be
mom
that.
too.
Thanks.
So you guys heard us talk about what more means to us and kind of like the emotional whiplash of motherhood. So we would like to hear kind of more from you. So what does more mean to you in this season, mom or dad, parent, whatever? And we would love to share what more means to you on our next episode. So we'll share some of those answers before we go into our topic for next week.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for listening, and please comment. Feel free to comment your response, or you can send us a DM, or feel free to email us as well. Anything works. We'd love to hear from you. But thank you so much for listening. Talk to you next time.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
2 moms, too much coffee, tired eyes but hearts so full. Thanks for tuning in with us. Hope you brewed a cup for you. The morning light is shining bright. The world outside